Hey everybody, how you doing? Today we talk about a movie called Grave of the Vampire, and this movie came out like in the early 70s. And I remember seeing this movie long ago, man, and I remember how creepy and crazy this movie was because this is the first time I ever heard of a vampire, like, actually getting somebody pregnant and, you know, get vampire baby. But it's like, okay, the setup is this. Two couples go to the cemetery, right? Why? I don't know. Why would you want to make out in the cemetery? And the guy proposed to the woman. Later on, that this grave opens up, and it gets this zombified man. Later on, you find out he's a vampire, but he's a zombified guy. Kills the man. And check this out: he molested the woman. I kid you not. And later on, she's in a hospital while the vampire's on the run, pretty much, around the cemetery. You find out that she's pregnant. Yeah, crazy, right? And she gives birth to a boy, and he craves blood. So the mother ended up finding out that she needs to give him blood instead of milk. Um, Many years later, the man grows up. The son grows up, goes to college, and later on you find out that this teacher happens to be his dad, happens to be the vampire guy that kind of messed his life up in a way when you think about it. And but he got a different name. And he also has a backstory too, by the way. Yeah, the vampire does have a backstory. My question is, how did he become a vampire? Like that's the only flaw I probably would say in the movie, in my opinion. But besides that, just wing it a bit, guys. Um, I thought the vampire scenes were good. I thought this movie felt so grindhouse, grimy, well grounded. The scenes in the movies were good. The sceneries, how it was shot. Um, as the movie forward the movie, there were a couple of people they will die in the movie because of this vampire guy. And when we get to this party scene, when the vampire guy said, "You know what? I'm gonna tell you that I'm a vampire. Do you believe me or not?" And then he start killing the guests. And then when the son finds out that this man was actually the vampire that he was looking for, you get to the final battle between the two. And the fight scenes were good though between the father and son, between the son and the father vampire. And of course, obvious you get the ending when he defeats him, and but you do get your horror twist ending, which is pretty obvious what the horror twist ending is. But all in all, I did find myself enjoying this movie. I ended up checking like how much this movie made, and this movie was made up like I think $50,000. I'm like, damn, that's pretty good. And like I said, I did enjoy this movie. I say, but honestly, I'll say there's only one flaw in this movie, in my opinion, besides how he became the vampire part. The guy is the son though. Like the guy's a good actor. The lead hero of this movie is a good actor, but for some reason, in this movie, I feel like he overacted. In my opinion, it became to the point where it was like a comedy. It became like comical, like the way he acted, the way he's screaming, the way he gets mad, out of frustration, a lot of anger coming out of him. But those are like stuff that you might like I said, you could let it slide, because I found myself enjoying this movie, and it feels. I mean, even though it's early 70s, but it does feel like grindhouse when you watch it today's standards. Um, yeah, definitely check out Grave of the Vampires. Definitely an interesting movie because it's the first time I hear about this type of concept. The way it was set up. Anyway, over and out, and peace.